Laying tack insert.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Chris or Breeze bringing you a little gameplay of the second end of Dawn. On Hijacked, I was playing with some buddies, and yeah. So this headline is pretty crazy. I mean, I guess it's the state that I live in, and apparently this was on CBS News yesterday, and it basically just says that Texas is on record-setting pace for inappropriate teacher-student relationships, which, there have been several famous cases of, like, one of the teachers had sex with, like, 4 students at the same time. They were all football players, yada, yada, yada. It happens all the time, and and of course, everybody now, tend to take it kind of lightly, and they're like, oh, where were these teachers when I was growing up? And I get that from a male standpoint. You get a bunch of hormones when you're in your teens, and you're like, well, because half the teachers that, I'd say like 75% of the teachers that commit these kind of crimes are actually pretty good looking, which is kind of crazy. They usually seem to have pretty normal lives. They went to school, got their teaching degree or whatever, and for some reason want to diddle with a 13-year-old. That just seems strange to me. Like they're happily married with kids. I don't know. It's kind of crazy, and it seems obviously you hear more about the female teachers than you do the male teachers, which there is a little bit of a double standard. When it comes to that, especially with them saying that the female students get lighter sentences, and just things like that. And for that to happen, it's kind of strange. Because you have to think about it this way. Like, if a male teacher gets caught and he's 24 and he's having an inappropriate relationship with a 13-year-old, some shit's going down. Like, I don't know. He's going to prison for a long time. And I've heard they don't like pedophiles in prison. Obviously, Jared Fogel's having fun. But, he did the crime, so he's got to do the time. And that's just kind of the way I look at it, But it's just a huge double standard, and it recently was brought back to light because apparently there's a 24-year-old teacher from Houston area in Texas, which is about 5 hours south from where I live, and she apparently got pregnant by her 13-year-old student, who she actually introduced to his parents as her boyfriend. That's pretty nuts, if you ask me.
Care package inbound.
I was kind of speechless there for a second because I was thinking about it, like, what would I do if I were his parents and this, like, 24, 25-year-old chick brings my son home and, you can just tell, probably. I don't know. Some of the teachers look a little young, but, they're 20, 21, straight out of college. It still doesn't explain that. I'm not getting into the mental aspect of it because I'm sure there's probably something wrong mentally, obviously, if they're wanting to have inappropriate relations with a minor and they know it's wrong. They know right from wrong because they're teachers. They teach right from wrong, and then they go and commit these crimes, which is crazy to me. It's not funny, but I don't know. I just don't get it. And I thought that was a pretty gnarly headline to know that, for to live in a state where it's being recognized as the highest student-to-teacher inappropriate relationship. I don't even know how to go about it. What I was going to say, but apparently, in the past, I guess, what they're trying to say is in the past, like, nowadays we have social media, which brings, like, communications to the forefront. Like, you can connect with anybody, anytime, almost anywhere. And that's kind of how it happens, through text messages or whatever. So it's crazy that, with all this technology comes, and you can call them predators, they prey on children, and it's just very strange to me that many female teachers want to have sex with their students. It's crazy to me. Anyway, this is Chris or Breeze. I know that was kind of a strange topic, but I just wanted to throw that out there. I will see you guys later. As always, adios.